Hi, I'm Andy with Mod Devices. Today we're going to be taking a look at the RMPro plugin available for all mod devices, which you can find on the Mod Devices plugin store. There you'll find the RMPro and over 300 other plugins which you can put on your mod devices. RMPro was developed by ReMaster Media and is a mastering plugin designed to go at the end of your signal chain. It's designed to emulate a mastering chain which will allow you to manipulate your signal, kind of polish up your signal a little bit, and either add some saturation or add some headroom or some stereo width to your overall signal. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to load up a simple guitar pedal board. I'm going to place RMPro at the end of the signal chain. You can of course place it wherever you want to find some creative sounds, but for just this video, we're going to put it at the end. I'm now going to load up a simple guitar pedal board for us to use. First, I'm going to add my cabinet and my preamp. Next, I'm going to go to Dynamics and get my power amp and patch those together. I'm going to add a stereo reverb just after the cabinet. And then I'm going to add RMPro at the very end. This is the sound we've got without RMPro engaged. I'm now going to assign the on-off switch for RMPro to one of the physical buttons here on the Dwarf. Into settings, my on-off switch here, assign, device, page 1, foot switch B, save. Now I'm able to operate the plugin on the foot switch here. Let's go through the controls and see what each one does. So on the plugin itself here, you can see we've got a bass control and a treble control first of all. These are active controls and will allow you to either cut the bass and treble of your incoming signal or boost it. Here's what it sounds like if we were to cut the bass and treble a little bit. And now if we boost them, we're going to get a more hi-fi sound, slightly less mid-range. The drive control allows us to saturate the sound a little bit. This can be great to have things sit better in a mix, or particularly if you're using other instruments like synths or drum machines, they tend to take saturation quite well in order to sit into mixes. And lastly, our ceiling control. This is going to allow you, along with the drive control, to control how much headroom the plugin gives overall. If you back off the drive and bring up the ceiling, you're going to have less distortion in your signal. If you do the opposite, you're going to get more saturation and you're going to lower the headroom of the overall signal, increasing some compression and things like that. Lastly, we've got the stereo image control. This allows us to enhance the stereo sound. The slider here allows you to control how close together or far apart you want the stereo spread to be. Lastly then, we have the profile control. These may look like presets, however they aren't. The profile control controls the overall plugin engine settings. This means it controls the overall behavior of the plugin to the incoming signal. However, as I mentioned, these are not presets. If you set the bass and the drive to 100% and you change the profile control, the bass and the drive will still stay at 100%. Right now I've got it set to master sheen, but let's change it and see how that sounds. now going to pick a profile and I'm going to map the knobs to the knobs here on the mod Dwarf I've got in front of me. Then I'm going to plug out the computer and I'm just going to demonstrate how you might be able to use this in a live situation without needing a laptop, where you have your settings set on your pedal board and you can just scroll through them like any other pedal board you would have. So I'm going to go to Base here, Device, Page 1, Knob 1, and Save. I'm going to do the same with treble. I'm going to assign that to Knob 2, and Save. I'm going to map Drive lastly then to Knob 3, and save that as well. I'm going to choose the Rich Warmth profile. I'm going to leave the stereo width on and I'm going to leave it on full. So now I have the bass, treble and drive controls mapped here to the knobs. You could of course, using the other pages, map out the other controls as well. Now that I have those mapped to the device, I don't need my computer anymore. So I can just plug this out, put it to one side. And now I'm just using the Dwarf as a standalone unit. So that's been a look at the RMPro by ReMaster Media, available on the Mod Devices plugin store for all mod devices. Thanks for watching.